What's up, everybody? It's Indigo, and I'm back finally with another quarter box. So this one is circulated. If I can get into it. It's been so long I've forgotten how to get into one of these. There we go. So it is circulated. I'm going to be hunting this one a little bit different, though. I'm going to probably hunt this just for W's and silver and pull everything out. I plan to scope and just put them right back in the same place I find them, and then I'll scope everything at the end. I may, depending on how it goes, I may insert the finds when I search the rolls, or I may not. I don't know yet. But yeah, let me go ahead and get into this, and I will bring you in on the first find. Hopefully there's a West Point or a silver or 2 or 3 in here. That would be great. But we won't know until we start cracking them open. All right, that didn't take long at all, so I'm only on roll number 2. And I have a West Point, and I have not flipped it over, so I don't know the design of this one, but I do know it is a 2019. And it is a River of No Return. So roll number 2, we've already got a W. Bring in on the next find. Roll number 4 is going to give an Eleanor Roosevelt out of Philly. And it has, if I can get it focused here, a doubled hair. So this isn't doubling in the hair. These are pretty common. I'll have to check and see if this one is already attributed. If it is, again, I will put it up here. But to have a DDO on an Eleanor Roosevelt, bring in on the next one. Roll number 5 is going to give us a second crossing the Delaware with a little cuff doubling. Again, nothing major, but I do like to point these out because they're an easy thing to find if you are unsure of doubling. If you're new to it, these are really, really good to look for because you can kind of see and learn what it actually looks like. So, again, crossing the Delaware, minor cuff doubling, bring in on the next one. Roll number 6 is going to give up an Anna Mae Wong out of Philadelphia, and this might be the most minor doubled hair or doubled ear, I guess doubled hair, that I have found on American women's quarters. But it is technically a double die, so very, very minor, but still fine. Bring in on the next one. Just finished roll number 9, and it's not a find in the traditional sense, but check out this beautiful BU looking bicentennial. So really nice, really, really pretty coin. The drum, it's not fully struck. That's what you really look for with these, but it's in such great shape. I can't throw that one back. I know there's, billions of them, and they're not really worth keeping, but for something to be almost 50 years old and look that good, I can't do it. So I will bring you back on the next find. I'll be honest, I think this was roll number 11, but I kind of went back and forth on this, but it's a Edith Kanaka Ole, and same story, different design, little bit of doubling on that hair. So definitely the place to look on these American women's quarters. There are some that have double dies out on the letters. That one, I don't think that D is, but it's possible. But definitely got some doubling right there in the hair, and there are some to look for on the date. But caught back up now, and I will bring you in on the next find. Roll number 15 is going to give us a Maria Tall Chief out of Philly, and this one I believe also has a little bit of doubling in the hair. It's extremely minor right there, but it does look like a double die. I know that it doesn't show up very well on camera. It doesn't show up very well on the microscope, but it is there. So I think it's the third one of these different designs that we found so far. So bring in on the next one. Roll 16 is going to give us one of my favorite designs, the Harper's Ferry. This is the Variety Hunter's best friend, and unfortunately it looks like this one's got a little bit of rubber from like the wheel mark, probably, or coin counter. So it's probably got a wheel mark on it, but it's really, really nice mint state coin. And it does have a little bit of doubling. So I will probably throw this in, unless somebody tells me don't do it. I will probably throw this into some acetone and see if that cleans up, because I believe that is from a coin counting wheel, and it's not like mint grease or something. So please tell me if I'm wrong, but pretty nice DDO, really, really nice shape other than the black gunk. So bring in on the next one. Roll number 17 is going to give us our third and largest doubled cuff. This one's pretty good size. This one may be on one of the Variety Vista listings. Again, if so, I will try to put that up here. But yeah, pretty nice one. Just got done roll number 20, and we're going to have a DDO. I believe this is WDDO number 2, and it is a Salt River Bay. So 2020P Salt River Bay, doubling in the Liberty, the RTY. And just for reference, I will throw the West Point under there, and you can kind of see the thickness. So see how thin that is? And then this is the one we just found. So WDDO number 2. If I'm wrong, I'll put that right up here, but I think this is number 2. So bring in on the next one. Also on roll number 20, you're going to have a 2021 Crossing the Delaware with a little bit of doubling right here on the cuff. Very minor, but still fine. So bring in on the next one. Roll number 22 is going to give us a couple finds. So another little doubled cuff right here. And then this is a Maria Tall Chief. And I'm not 100% sure on this one, but I believe, if I can get the light just right, I believe this is doubling on this first two right here. I'll have to check. It's very hard to see. It's very minor looking, but see it? Yeah, there we go. See right there? I believe this is a double 2 here. So if it is, I believe there are some of these, and I'll put the variety up here. If it's already attributed. If not, I may be sending this one in. Not sure yet. So bring in on the next find. Roll number 26 is going to give us 3 more finds, and I'm not sure what this is exactly, but if you'll notice, the whole left side of this reverse looks super washed out and kind of like a grease strike. And then same thing on the left side of the obverse. So I don't know what that is exactly. It doesn't look like a tapered planchet, but the rim just kind of disappears here. So I don't know if it's PMD or what it is. But we did have 2 more finds. A Homestead with a doubled pump handle. And I went forever without finding one of these. And I found like 2 in about a month and a half. So very cool there. Really neat find there. And then the world's ugliest Eleanor Roosevelt. And I wasn't paying attention to what the reverse looked like. I just throw the American Women's Quarters in a stack so I can scope them. And unfortunately, this one is a DDO. So I don't even know if I'll keep that. But yeah, it's ugly, but it is a DDO. So technically a find, I guess. But bring in on the next one. Roll number 28. I've got a Fort McHenry. And I don't know if this is a double die or if this is a little bit of machine doubling. But since it's only on one of these rays, I'm going to say it's probably a very minor double die. So I will keep this one to the side because it is actually in pretty nice shape. And if it is a variety, I will try to throw that up here. And if not, I will also try to let you know that as well. So bring in on the next find. Roll number 33 is going to give us 2 Maria Tall Chiefs, and both of these have a little bit of doubling on the hair here. So this one's actually pretty decent size. And then this other one is incredibly small, but it's actually a little prominent there. So, yeah, 2 more doubled hairs. So bring in on the next one. Roll number 35 and another Maria Tall Chief. This one actually has a little bit of doubling on the 2 there. So a little bit of a double date. These things are tons of double die obverses on this design apparently. Bring in on the next one. Roll number 36 is going to give me a first for this year, a 2024 Denver, the Reverend Dr. Paulie Murray. So I don't usually get Denver coins in the same year that they're minted. So this is actually pretty cool that this showed up already. So, and it's in really nice shape too. Bring in on the next one. Under the microscope, we've got a 1989 Denver, which I think is going to be an RPM. I don't believe this is the FS 501 because if I remember correctly, that one only has doubling on the backside here. But this looks to me like an RPM. I may be wrong. It almost looks tilted a little bit because you kind of got the extra thickness down here, the split, and then the doubling on the inside. So I'm probably going to send this one to the live coin Q&A and see what they say about it. And if it is, I will let you know. Roll number 39 is going to give us 2 more finds. A not very nice looking Fort McHenry with another little bit of doubling. I believe this is the exact same one from earlier. Possibly a little bit, yeah. I think it's the exact same area as the last one. And we had the Anime Wong with a little bit of doubling in the hair. Bring in on the next find. Roll 41 is going to give it a Dr. Sally Ride with a very minor doubled collar there. Don't know if this is a listed variety or not. If it is, I will try to put it up here. If not, well, it's just a minor double die, but bring in on the next one. Roll number 44 is going to give us an interesting find, a 2005 Kansas with what looks like a pretty large interior die break that really hasn't fallen out. So it's almost like a pre-cud. Except it's obviously a interior die break, so it's not a true cud. But see that dent there? That is going to be at some point a die chip because it doesn't line up with the die clash. It's just a nice little interior die break. Very interesting. Got a nice little tone to it too. So I'll probably hold this one aside. But, yeah, pretty cool. Roll number 45 is going to give us a good old Washington crossing the Delaware. And this one is a very large doubled cuff. This is actually VDDR001. It's the largest of the known doubled cuffs so far, at least. And it's a pretty nice one. I wouldn't be surprised if this one day ends up in the Cherry Picker's Guide, but we shall see. Bring in on the next one. Roll number 46 is going to give us a 2007 Wyoming out of Philadelphia with a doubled saddle horn. This is a pretty nice one too. I will put the number up here because I do not know it off the top of my head, and I have not looked it up yet. But that is a pretty cool double die. Bring in on the next one. Roll number 50 is going to give us a little last roll luck with the Harper's Ferry DDR. I will put the number up here. Again, this is a pretty nice, pretty well-defined variety, but I've got a whole lot on the table to go through, and I will bring you in with an end-of-the-box wrap-up and try to figure out what all we found.